Good day, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on Show Don't Tell, aligning language models with demonstrated feedback. This research tackles the challenge of personalizing large language models efficiently, without the heavy data demands typical of current methods. We introduce DI-TITO, a novel framework that uses just a few user demonstrations to significantly refine model behavior, aligning closely with individual preferences and tasks. Prepare to dive into a method that not only enhances model alignment, but does so with remarkable efficiency and user-centric precision. Let's explore how this can change the landscape of model personalization. Large language models, while powerful, often require significant adaptation to meet the specific needs of individual tasks. Traditional methods like supervised fine-tuning demand extensive data, making them impractical for personalized applications. Addressing this challenge, we introduce DI-TITO, a groundbreaking framework designed to align language models using fewer than 10 user demonstrations. By prioritizing user-provided examples over previous model outputs, DI-TITO significantly enhances the model's relevance and applicability to the user's specific context. In terms of methodology, DI-TITO leverages these demonstrations to generate a rich dataset of preference comparisons. This dataset then informs the model updates through the dynamic preference optimization algorithm, ensuring that the model aligns closely with user preferences. Moreover, DITO operates as an online imitation learning algorithm, capable of extrapolating beyond the performance level of the initial demonstrations provided by the user. This capability not only increases the model's utility, but also its adaptability to evolving user requirements. Large language models, or LLMs, are engineered with the capability to perform a wide array of tasks. However, when it comes to specific applications, these models often require a tailored approach to truly meet the unique needs of individual users or tasks. This necessity for customization can pose significant challenges, particularly when the model must adapt to the nuanced preferences of its users with minimal input data. Here, we introduce DI-TITO, a novel framework designed to address this challenge by iteratively aligning LLMs parelas to user-provided demonstrations. As depicted in the figure, DI-TITO prioritizes these demonstrations over all previous model behaviors. This method allows for effective few-shot alignment, leveraging a small number of samples to significantly refine the model's output. This approach not only enhances the model's relevance to specific tasks, but also reduces the need for extensive data collection, making it both efficient and practical for real-world applications. Large language models, or LLMs, are designed with a broad scope, aiming to serve general purposes. However, this often leads to a disconnect when it comes to meeting the specific preferences and needs of individual users. For instance, when writing an email, the style and content can vary greatly, depending on whether the recipient is a friend or a professional contact. This mismatch highlights a critical gap in the current capabilities of LLMs. Furthermore, the existing methods for fine-tuning these models, such as supervised learning or preference-based fine-tuning, require extensive datasets that are often impractical for individual users to provide. This presents a significant barrier to customizing LLMs for personal use or specific tasks. Identifying this gap, it becomes evident that there is a pressing need for an efficient method to align LLMs with the unique preferences and tasks of individual users. Addressing this challenge is crucial for enhancing the usability of LLMs in personalized applications, where the goal is to achieve high relevance and effectiveness without the need for large-scale data collection. This sets the stage for our exploration of innovative solutions to bridge this gap, ensuring LLMs can more effectively serve the specific needs of users. Critiques of existing solutions highlight a significant gap in large language model applications. Traditional methods, like general principles and pairwise preferences, often fail to capture the nuanced preferences of individual users. Additionally, prompting methods, while data efficient, can be unreliable and tedious, requiring users to navigate complex and brittle heuristics. Enter DITO, a transformative framework designed to enhance the alignment of language models with specific user settings using a minimal number of demonstrations. This innovative approach leverages user-provided examples as a preferred dataset, enabling effective few-shot alignment. This not only streamlines the training process, but also significantly reduces the effort required from users. A key innovation of DITO is its ability to treat these demonstrations as superior to all previous model outputs, including those from earlier iterations. This method allows DITO to continuously improve and adapt through an online imitation learning algorithm. Remarkably, this enables the model to extrapolate beyond the performance of the initial expert demonstrations, offering a robust solution that evolves with user interactions. Diving deeper into our approach, let's explore DITO, a novel framework designed to align large language models to specific user preferences and tasks with just a handful of demonstrations. By leveraging user-provided examples of desired behavior, DITO effectively trains the model to adapt to individual needs. Now, how does DITO achieve this? Users contribute demonstrations in various forms, be it through edits made directly to the model's outputs, interaction histories, or entirely new examples crafted from scratch. These demonstrations are then treated as superior to both the initial outputs of the model and any previous iterations. This prioritization is crucial as it ensures that the model continuously evolves towards aligning more closely with the user's specific preferences. Remarkably, with fewer than 10 demonstrations, DITO can generate a substantial dataset. This dataset is instrumental in training the model, enabling it to understand and replicate the nuanced preferences of individual users effectively. This methodology not only enhances the model's performance, but also significantly reduces the need for extensive data collection, making it a practical solution for personalized model training. Diving deeper into the technical aspects of our approach, let's explore the training process, which is pivotal for aligning the language model to specific user preferences. The process is structured into 3 main steps. First, we begin with the collection of demonstrations. This involves users interacting with the model, where they provide corrections or entirely new inputs based on their specific needs and preferences. These interactions are crucial as they serve as the foundational data for training. Next, we move to the generation of comparison data. Here, the demonstrations provided by users are used to create a dataset. In this dataset, each demonstration is marked as preferred compared to the model's original output. This preference marking is key to guiding the model towards desired outputs. Finally, the model updating using the DPO algorithm. DPO, or Demonstrative Preference Optimization, is employed to update the model. This step ensures that the model's outputs are increasingly aligned with the user-provided demonstrations, refining the model's ability to meet user-specific requirements. Through these steps, we ensure that the model not only learns from general data, but is finely tuned to reflect the nuanced preferences of individual users. Diving deeper into the mechanics of DITO, our approach fundamentally rethinks how user feedback is utilized to refine language models. Unlike traditional methods that require extensive data for fine-tuning, DITO leverages direct user demonstrations as the ultimate source of truth. This process involves an iterative refinement, where the model's outputs are continuously compared against these user demonstrations, with a clear preference for aligning with the demonstrations. To ensure that the model remains true to its original training while adapting to new user preferences, we employ a KL-constrained formulation. This technique carefully balances the model's alignment with user demonstrations against diverging too far from its initial training parameters. What sets DITO apart is its innovative approach to model training. By moving away from the dependency on large-scale datasets and complex fine-tuning methods, DITO introduces a more personalized and efficient way of model adaptation. It functions as an online imitation learning algorithm, which not only matches, but can potentially exceed the performance of the demonstrations provided by the users. This capability marks a significant step forward in creating more adaptable and user-centric language models. Turning our focus to practical applications, let's explore how DITO was employed in a user study involving email writing tasks. Participants were provided with initial outputs from a base large language model and asked to edit these to better reflect their personal style and intent. These user-edited demonstrations were then utilized to realign the model using the DI-TIDO framework, significantly enhancing its alignment with individual user expectations. Now let's delve into the technical details of the DPO algorithm, which is pivotal to the DI-TIDO framework. The process begins by collecting initial outputs from the language model based on generic prompts. Users then introduce their demonstrations, which are treated as preferred outcomes. The model generates comparisons between these demonstrations and the original outputs. Through iterative updates using these comparisons, the model is fine-tuned to minimize preference loss, thereby aligning more closely with user expectations. This method showcases a robust approach to tailoring language model outputs to specific user needs in a few-shot learning scenario. Turning our focus to the experimental design of our research, we rigorously tested DITO against established methods such as supervised fine-tuning, SFT, and few-shot prompting. These comparisons were conducted in both controlled environments and real-world tasks to ensure robustness and applicability. Our evaluation metrics were twofold. We measured win rates in author-specific writing tasks to assess the precision of alignment, and we gathered user satisfaction scores to gauge the practical utility of the models in everyday tasks. This dual approach allowed us to comprehensively understand the strengths and limitations of DI-TIDO in diverse settings. Turning our focus to the technical results, DI-TIDO has shown remarkable performance, surpassing existing methods such as supervised fine-tuning, spin, and few-shot prompting across various benchmarks. Specifically, it demonstrates higher win rates in tasks involving author-specific writing and has significantly improved user satisfaction in email writing tasks. In our user study, which involved 16 participants tasked with email writing, DI-TIDO not only achieved higher user satisfaction, but was also preferred over other baseline methods. Participants reported that the demonstrations used in DI-TIDO led to more personalized and accurate email drafts, highlighting the effectiveness of our approach in real-world applications. This feedback underscores DI-TIDO's potential to enhance personalized communication, making it a valuable tool for both individual users and organizations aiming to refine their written correspondence. Let's delve into the technical results of our study, focusing on the ablation studies and their implications. Our analysis compared the performance of DITO with and without the integration of dynamic preference optimization, or DPO, in the alignment algorithm. The results were quite revealing. Incorporating DPO significantly enhanced DITO's ability to align with user-specific preferences. This underscores the critical role of the alignment algorithm in refining the model based on the feedback from demonstrations. By effectively leveraging DPO, we can fine-tune the model's responses to better match the nuanced preferences of individual users, demonstrating the adaptability and precision of our approach. As we conclude, let's reflect on the significant strides made by the DI-TIDO framework. This innovative approach not only aligns large language models to specific user preferences and tasks with just a few demonstrations, but also simplifies the entire alignment process. By leveraging these demonstrations as the primary source of feedback, DI-TIDO proves to be remarkably sample efficient compared to traditional methods that require extensive data collections. Moreover, DITO has the unique capability to extrapolate beyond the performance of the initial demonstrations provided. This means that it can enhance the capabilities of language models to perform better than the examples they were trained on, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with fewer inputs. The figure displayed encapsulates the effectiveness of DITO across various hyperparameters, including the number of iterations, generated negatives, and demonstrations. Each adjustment not only improves the model's performance, but also showcases DI-TIDO's robustness in real-world applications. In essence, DI-TIDO represents a significant leap forward in our ability to tailor language models to meet individual and task-specific needs efficiently and effectively. As we conclude our presentation, let's highlight the significant technical achievements and evaluations of DI-TIDO. Our findings demonstrate that DI-TIDO consistently outperforms existing methods, such as supervised fine-tuning, spin, and few-shot prompting. This is evident in both controlled environments and real-world applications, showcasing its robustness and adaptability. A key innovation of Dito is its approach to user demonstrations. By treating these demonstrations as preferred data, we create a highly effective training dataset that enhances the model's performance and alignment with user expectations. Through comprehensive evaluations, including static benchmarks and extensive user studies, we have confirmed the effectiveness of Dito. These studies not only show superior performance metrics, but also indicate high user satisfaction, underscoring Dito's potential to revolutionize personalized model training. As we conclude, let's highlight the key takeaways from our discussion on the Dito framework for aligning large language models to individual preferences. Firstly, Dito offers a practical solution that significantly reduces the effort and data typically required to personalize LLM outputs. This is achieved through a method that effectively utilizes fewer than 10 user-provided demonstrations, making it both scalable and practical for real-world applications. Looking ahead, there are opportunities for further research to optimize the processes of demonstration collection and model updating. These enhancements could lead to even greater efficiency and effectiveness in personalizing LLMs, ensuring that they meet the specific needs and preferences of users across various contexts. By addressing these points, we aim to foster a deeper understanding and encourage further exploration in the field of personalized language models.